Hey everybody, it's Kyle. Coming to you from my car. Yeah, just got, let's see, second to the last set of shots that I'll probably be getting. Um, since the doctor's closing the doors on the office. So, yeah, you know, I would say something, about how uh, really gonna miss them and all that, but I don't like getting shots. What they've done has been great though, and I do appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I don't care for getting shots. I mean, I'm not as against it as my daughter is. She really, literally hates it and would go crazy when she was younger if she had to get shots. She's better about it now because we had to do shots for a while there for something I don't even remember. But yeah, it's not something she enjoys at all. I don't enjoy it, but it's not the end of the world. It just kind of is what it is, right? All right, so what's going on is good. After a week off there, um, well, quite a bit. I can tell you that Chicago trip was a good time. We were staying literally across the street from Wrigley Field. I know I've said that a few times. I'm sorry. I'm probably repeating myself. But it's so very true. I mean, you could walk out the door, hook a left, walk across the street, and there you are. You're at Wrigley Field. So that was kind of cool. The place wasn't quite as cool as we thought it was going to be, but it's all right. I mean, it was for sleeping, and that's about it. And to rest before we went and did other things. So no big deal there. But yeah, we went and did a few touristy things. Of course, we went to Shed Aquarium, which is under pretty massive construction right now. They're kind of redoing some areas and stuff, but it was still interesting and fun. My daughter really was excited. She's really big into fish. She has multiple fish tanks in her room, and she just loves fish. So she was really excited to get to the aquarium and check it out, and she definitely enjoyed herself there. That was pretty neat. We hit the beach there at Lake Michigan. I think it was Ohio Street Beach. I think that's what it was. But yeah, I mean, it was nice. That water, it's interesting because it's a lake, right? But it feels more like a sea, right? The water's like kind of a nice blue hue to it. And I'll have some pictures in the notes here, but yeah, it was pretty cool, definitely. Of course, it's not salt water; it's fresh water, but yeah, they played in it a little bit, and we hung out, and then went and did a few other things. We did get to the Navy Pier for the final fireworks show of the season. They do them, I think, every Saturday. All the way through Labor Day weekend, and so we were there for that last one. It was really cool. It was awesome. We had fun at the Navy Pier. I went and got a Margie from Margaritaville in honor of Jimmy Buffett's passing. I wasn't always the biggest Jimmy Buffett fan. I'm still really not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I admire what he created and what he did and everything, and he was a talented man, but I never was a huge fan. I did, however, see him one time live, and that was in Chicago. And I was staying in Wrigleyville. Weird. I know. Anyway, but yeah, so we did that, and then, let's see, we went to the Wing Out Festival, which is a wing tasting festival that was at Wrigley Field. So not inside, it was outside in the, what do they call it, Gallagher Way. So kind of a little area outside of the stadium there. But we went to that, and that was interesting. I ate a wing that was way too hot for my own good. Quadruple X, made from 4 of the hottest peppers on earth. I'll put up there's an image of that sign where they were selling those. Yeah, it'll be in the photograph. So that I can tell you that some bitch was hot. I've had some hot wings, as you guys well know, if you've listened for any amount of time. But Holy crap, dude. I can't believe I let my kids talk me into eating that thing. Oh, it was rough. It was rough, definitely. Um, and then the funny thing was there was a couple that was there, and he and she both got some. I think they got 3, and she ate 2, and he ate 1. And he was struggling, like, right off the bat. I told him, I'm like, guys, this thing is hot. And then she was eating it and definitely pretending that it wasn't affecting her. but after we walked off, we walked back by a little later, dude, she was dying. And I could tell you, there's no way you can eat that and have it not affect you. That thing was, oh my God, hotter than the freaking gates of hell. It was really hot. So, anyway. But yeah, we went to that. That was kind of fun. Had a few beers there. Had some wings. My daughter even ate some wings. It was interesting. We had fun. My son got into some food. There's pictures, like I said. You'll have to check those out. And then we also went to Chinatown. The last day we were there, in the morning, we went to Chinatown and everything. And then we went to the Shed Aquarium, like I told you guys. And then we stopped and had dinner at Lou Malnati's. So that is one of the original deep dish pizza places in Chicago. I had never been there before, so I was pretty excited to get into that place and check it out. And it was good. It was really good. It wasn't, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to rate all those against each other, but I mean, it's deep dish, crazy cheese amount, ridiculous pizza, I don't know what else you want from me. It was good. The sauce was fresh. It was good. It was good stuff. It wasn't the greatest pizza I've ever had in my life, but it was good. But yeah, so it was a good trip. Action-packed, man. I am glad we flew. We ultimately ended up taking the L quite a bit, which was great. But with my wife and with what she's got coming up with this knee surgery, it was getting to her after a while. So we did take a lot of Ubers. And I got to tell you, dude, that's probably the best invention since sliced bread. I just have never used it a lot. But we were using it left and right. I like Uber Black, by the way. If you've never used that, it's pretty great. Professional drivers, and they pick you up in a big old, we got picked up twice in a big old Lincoln Navigator to whisk me away across town back home in the evening after the fireworks show at the Navy Pier. It was pretty great. So we took advantage of that a little bit. But yeah, so that's really good. And then, when I got back and everything, some of the stuff started to show up that I had gotten gifts. My boss gave me a great gift card. Her boss gave me a gift card. It was just really nice. I got a lot of nice kudos from people. So that was pretty awesome. I did pick up, let's see, Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. I picked that album up. Now, the thing about that album is when it came out, that was 2 CDs. Actually, I should save this for talking about. Let's go ahead and go into music right now. Okay. What am I listening to right now? Well, there you go. At the top of the show there, you heard a new song off the new Electric Six album. The album is called Turquoise, and that song is called Staten Island Ass Squad. Yes, you heard me correctly, Staten Island Ass Squad. But, it's a kind of a fun kind of party song by them, and that's kind of what they're notorious for, I would say. Fun band. I was going to try and go see them later this month, but I don't think so. I've seen them probably 8 times. Probably don't need to see them again, but I don't know. They're kind of fun. All right, so Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy, and the Infinite Sadness. Now, when that came out on CD back in the day, it was a double CD album, which was very rare. I mean, you have to consider that CDs could hold like 72 minutes, 74 minutes worth of music, whereas one record, front and back, can hold about half that. All right? So this being a double CD, that means 4 LPs. And it's true. To get everything on there, they had to make a box set for this album. And so that's what it is. It had kind of been out of reach price-wise for the longest time. They dropped it down quite a bit. And then with that gift card to Tower Records, that kind of secured the deal for me. And I went ahead and ordered it and paid the difference. It wasn't that much. So Um, but yeah, it's beautiful. The artwork, everything is amazing. Yeah, just a great album. If you've not listened to that whole album, and it's long, uh, I highly advise it. It definitely is that and Siamese Dream. I know a lot of people say Gish. I don't think I listen to Gish enough, but these are all Smashing Pumpkins albums, by the way. But Siamese Dream, I did listen. That's kind of when I came on board with them, and I did listen to that one a lot. I love that album. I love this album. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness is definitely an opus. I mean, there's so much on it and so many different types of music too. It's a weird conglomeration of their talents. But yeah, it's been fun listening to that. And then my buddy Booley, we all went out to eat when we got back and went and had dinner at my favorite place, Carmen's. Went and saw Elvin at the Carmen's West, Northwest, I guess you'd say, location over by the ballparks, and had some shots with him. You know, I got to pick where I wanted to eat. I mean, if I get to go see Elvin and have a couple tequila shots and some decent food, I'm good. So that's where we went. And then we went and hung out at Bowie's for a while. She had some records she had picked out, wrapped up for me. Pretty wild. One of them is Adam and the Ants. It's before the whole, you know, don't drink, don't sleep. What do you do? Don't drink. You know, that album. That was their big record there. It's before that. This one is from 1980. I want to say that one is like 83 or 84, something like that. This one is called Kings of the Wild Frontier. And so it's 3-4 years before that other album. Not a lot of hits on it that you're going to recognize, but still pretty cool. The cover's cool. It's got Adam Ant on the front of it with his war paint on and stuff. It's pretty great. Then there was a maxi LP, or maxi single in there. And this is basically, long story short, it's called Body Rock is the song. And it's Lilco, Killer Mike, and Donkey Boy are on it. So Killer Mike, this is Killer Mike, you know, a long time ago. This is Killer Mike 18 years ago. So Run the Jewels didn't exist. He was coming off of Outkast, and because he had worked with Outkast quite a bit. So it was pretty cool to be given that, because it looks brand new too. It's probably not worth a lot. None of those albums are worth a lot, really, that she gave me, but they are worth a lot in that she picked them out for me, and I love them. So, and then the third one is called Beat Crazy, and it's by the Joe Jackson Band. So Joe Jackson had a band as well, and later he was all solo stuff, which is what you've probably heard. But this is from 1980 as well. Yeah, so cool music, fun music, party music. Makes sense to be called Beat Crazy, and the album covers super colorful and beautiful as well. So 3 cool records to be handed. Yeah, very exciting. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been listening to. I've been listening to a lot of this Electric Six album, Turquoise. I did go ahead and order the vinyl of it. Not cheap, but, you know, Electric Six doesn't have a lot of vinyl. I mean, I have one other record by them, Streets of Gold, I think, which is where they do all those covers. So they don't, you know, they've been around mostly in the CD or download age. So they haven't put out a lot of vinyl. So when they have one for sale, I usually go for it. And so I pre-ordered that. It won't be here till like November. So still haven't got my Violent Femmes album, guys. I don't know if I ever will. I'm just trying to be patient with Merch Bar. I know that they overwhelm themselves with orders and then rush to fulfill them. But yeah, it's been a long time. I'm sure if I wouldn't have canceled that other album that I had ordered, Jackson Browne, I think, if I wouldn't running on empty, if I wouldn't have canceled that, I still wouldn't have it. So that's just kind of how it goes, you know. I guess the way I look at it is when it shows up, it'll be a nice treat, right? All right, and that's pretty much it for music. Let's see, what am I watching? You know, not an extraordinary amount of things. We did start a new show last night. It's called Foundation. It's not new. It's been out for a few years, but it's an Apple TV production, and it's a sci-fi series based on. I don't know if it's the first book or the books in general by Isaac Asimov, and it's definitely a real heady show to watch. It's not just for anybody. It's a thinking show. I'll say that. But yeah, I really like it, and my wife really liked it too. We watched the first 2 episodes last night. I think there's 10 episodes in the first season, and the second season's going along right now. I think they're up to episode 9, maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, I like it. I like it. She likes it. It's something to watch. They're about an hour each episode, something like that. And then Ahsoka has been fantastic. You know, that 4th episode was really incredible, Fallen Jedi. I think that show is going to ultimately end up being, you know, one of the top 5 Star Wars things I've ever seen. I mean, to me, and this is going to be rough, dude. Some people are not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. But to me, the greatest thing ever made that's Star Wars is the show Andor. And I know that's probably a little bit controversial because I really love Empire Strikes Back and the very first Star Wars A New Hope also. But Andor was very different and unique in the way that it was created and executed. And I love it. I love the hero that's not entirely maybe a hero. And that kind of is a tinge of that to Ahsoka as well, but it's different. But I loved Andor. I thought it's a fantastic show. I need to probably watch it again. I think it was just really well made. Ahsoka is very well made, and it's way more action-packed than Andor, but it's pretty fantastic. I love it. I think it's really good, and I wouldn't. I don't think I could have expected it to be as good as it is. It's really solid. If you've not seen it, check it out. I know the first episode maybe moves a little bit slow, maybe even the second one. But then after that, man, it's off to the races. And there's a lot of action in the show. So looking forward to that episode 5 coming out this week. They're showing it in theaters too, which is crazy. So select theaters will have episode 5 that they'll be projecting for people to watch, which blows me away to think that that's the case, but it's true. What else have we been watching? I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, I've started watching a few things here and there, but nothing's really stuck out to me. I'm ready for that new season of Creepshow that's coming on Shudder. There's a few other things out there that I'm interested in seeing that I just have to take the time to sit and watch, but nothing like knocking at my door. I know they put off Dune Part 2 for a while, so that's next year now. So no go on that this fall/winter, which really sucks. All right. What am I reading? I mean, not a lot. Again, I've been reading In the Dust of Our Planet, of This Planet, or whatever again. Yeah, it's... Again, I do enjoy reading it. It's very dark. It's very macabre, but it's an interesting way of thinking about things, and it's very negative, and it's very, if you are having any sort of depression, I would not suggest it because it is dark. However, it's really well written and really well thought out. So if you're not, go for it, I say. Few comics that I've been reading lately. I mean, that new run of Incredible Hulk I really like. I've been reading that. And I think I've told you. I mean, there's not much else that I can think of. There's a Star Trek Strange New World comic that I've been reading too, the Illyrian Saga, I think, or something like that. It's pretty interesting. So I've been reading that one also. That's it on reading. Audiobook, yeah, I haven't really listened much. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I haven't had to mow the lawn in a while because it's been so hot and so dry here. But we did get a little bit of rain yesterday, and it's cooled way down. Like, it's 65 degrees right now. which is crazy. I know when I woke up this morning, it was below 60. It was in the 50s, so mid to upper 50s. So yeah, it's getting into fall now, which is good. I'm happy about that. Oh, and with my other gift card that I got too, by the way, I put that towards this sweatshirt, and I'll put a picture up of it, but it's kind of funny. Insider joke for people who edit video. It says, "Hey, I'm not taking a break. I'm rendering." So, yeah. Which is kind of a thing of the past, it seems now, but still funny to me, nonetheless. Gaming, really nothing. I mean, I've been playing, Angry Birds. I love that game. I know. I'm over 2,000 levels now on that damn thing, which is nuts. And then I did pick up a game called VLN. I think it's by Squaresoft. Oh man, is that who made that? Konami? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But I did pick that game up. It's kind of one of those puzzle type games where you walk around and you figure your way out of things. Very Little Nightmares is what it's actually called. Bandai Namco. So it's a Bandai Namco game. But long and short of it is you wake up and you're in this kind of like dark dungeon area, and you kind of have to figure your way through these different rooms. But it's really cool looking, and it plays really well. So I've been playing that a little bit also. But nothing else really game-wise. Again, I'm happy I sold off this Steam Deck, and I hope that the woman who bought it from me is really getting some joy out of it and a lot of use, because I just wasn't using it. So there just was no purpose in me having it. So kind of cool. I'm glad I sold it to the right person too. And that's about it. I mean, podcasts. I've talked to you guys about podcasts. There's nothing really new out there that I've been listening to. Oh, I did start up. I haven't even listened to an episode yet, but I did subscribe to, and I will be listening to, Strike Force 5, which is the host of a lot of different talk shows that are on late night, which are kind of out of work right now, if you think about it, because of the strikes. But it's Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon. Ooh, watch out with that guy. Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver. And it's just a podcast talk show type thing that they have during this time off. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks like they talk about some silly things. I'll be interested to hear how they talk about what recently happened with Jimmy Fallon, because I will say that from what I hear, when he apologized and everything for the way that he had behaved towards staff and things like that, he was very earnest. So I hope so. He seems like a good guy. I don't watch his show because I think it's almost too cheesy for me. And one thing where he kind of lost me was when he had Donald Trump on, when Donald Trump was running for office way back in 2015, 2016. And he had him on, and it was just really corny. And I know you have to show both sides of everything, or multiple sides of everything, but I don't know. Donald Trump's the exception to that rule, right? But yeah, I've been listening, or I will be listening to that one soon. Real Survival Stories has been amazing. Highly recommend that if you enjoy those kind of edge of your seat type of stories. And yeah, I also listen to Rattled and Shook. I got 2 episodes of that loaded up I need to listen to. So that's kind of what I've been listening to, guys. Nothing else really special as far as podcasts go. That's all I got, guys. I know it's probably quite a bit, right? I'm sure this episode's a little bit longer, but yeah, I mean, that's it. I will get those notes up and get all that stuff up for you to check out in those pictures, and I will catch up with you guys soon. I did take a picture when we were at the Navy Pier during the fireworks. That's one of the better pictures I've ever taken in my life, so I'm sure you'll be able to figure out which one it is. It's of my kids. So check out those pictures, see what you think. Read up on the notes, check out these other things I'm talking about. And I will catch up with you guys next week on a whole new episode. I appreciate you listening, but get off my lawn.